Yo, what's up everyone, this is Kaizouwar here. Guilty Gear Strive Season 3 is officially done. I would have made a video when it was done, but I never got a chance to because I was busy with other stuff. But now we're done with Season 3. Here's my thoughts overall on Guilty Gear Strive as of Season 3. So the characters we got for Season 3 were Johnny, Elfelt, Abba, and Slayer. Now, I won't lie to you. There were some surprises here, but I think the surprises weren't as much as they were in the previous seasons. Because, first of all, with Johnny was expected. Johnny's an extremely popular character. People love Johnny. He was going to come back. We just didn't know when. I figured he was going to come back earlier, but, you know, whatever. Johnny's too beloved of a character to come back. Elfelt, I've been wanting to come back. I knew she was going to come back, and I'm glad she's back the way she is. You know, I love the new punk rock aesthetic going on with her. Well, I guess not really punk rock, but you know what I mean. Like the fact that like death metal, like I mean death metal, not punk rock. The whole death metal aesthetic going on with her is actually super interesting. Her gameplay has changed a lot, which I'm actually cool with. She's my main now, so I love playing Elfelt as she is in Guilty Gear Strive. Like, she's my main, so I'm super happy she's back. I just been wanting Elfelt to come back, and I love her interactions with other characters, especially with this. She has taunts for like every other character in the game, talking about specific music for them. It's lovely. I love Elfelt. And plus she's dubbed, and I'm glad Cassandra Lee Morris came back to dub Elfelt. Now, the first shocker in this season pass was Abba. Now, Abba is a character who was originally in Guilty Gear Isuka. She was a character that came off from the spin-off game Guilty Gear Isuka. Then she was ported over to Guilty Gear XX as a playable character. Then she was never ever seen again until after that, until now in Guilty Gear Strive, where she's a fully playable character with a completely different design, different gameplay. She has a theme song that was actually composed by Daisuke because her previous two themes, both in Isuka and XX, were composed by a completely different different composer. So it's kind of cool seeing like Abba come back with a fresh new coat of paint. I can't play with Abba with her damn, but it's nice to see her here, and especially with an English voice actress, which is super awesome as well. And finally, the last character we have of Guilty Gear Strive, Season 3, is Slayer. And again, Slayer was, of course, Slayer was going to come up. It's Slayer, literally. Just like Johnny, he's an extremely popular character, and of course, he's going to come back. I'm not shocked. Honestly, this is so specific Season 3, is that there's like really no surprises really shocked me personally. All these guys seemed like an inevitability, except Abba. I think the one standing point that Abba had before I could say she came in was the fact that she was highly requested, right? And fair enough, right? I never really expected her to actually get in because she was highly requested. I never expected someone to bring Abba back at all. I just never thought Abba would ever become a playable character again. But here she is. And I think she was the only genuine surprise to me, if I ignore the popularity poll they had for the requested characters. But outside of that, everyone doesn't really surprise me. I mean, again, Johnny, Slayer, Elfelt, they don't shock me. I'm glad to have these characters here. They just don't blow my mind, surprise me. I think that's the one thing about Guilty Gear. I am not surprised about what characters pop up anymore. I think the last time I was surprised was, I want to say it was Season 2. And they brought back, they brought in that man, aka ARCSYS, as a playable character, because he was never playable before ever, right? There was also Bridget, who shocked me, but she was already a playable character back at XX, so it was still a shocker that she came back to even in Strive to begin with, but the fact that she's already a playable character in the previous game, whatever, right? But that man, shock. And I can't really be too shocked about him because he was already in the story mode. Maybe at some point he was going to come up, we just didn't know when or whatever, but whatever, right? And then I think the thing about Guilty Gear now is that like there's nothing that surprises me anymore. Like the only way I would be surprised is that there was a character who was A, never playable, or B, did not show up at all in Strive's story mode, right? And then those are like the two factors that will give. And I think again, characters like Bridget didn't show up in Strive's story mode, but she was a playable character before, right? So there's that thing right out the window. And with Season 3, I'm not really that surprised. You know, I'm just happy these characters are here, right? Because I love playing Elfelt. It's always good to see Abba come back, so that's XX representation coming back. Johnny and Slayer, I'm not really I don't even hate Johnny and Slayer. I'm just not the biggest fans of these characters, despite how cool they are. Like, they're super cool. I'm just like, whatever. You know, like when they show up, I'm just like, okay, cool. You know, Johnny, Slayer, whatever. I give like a shrug. You know, they do look cool in the game. They do have amazing voice actors, and they're fun to play as hell. But I'm just like a big shrug. You know, I'm just, yeah, whatever, right? Now, I can't really talk about predictions because every time I talk about predictions, I always get it wrong, except Elfeld. I think when I made my season 2 Guilty Gear Strive video, or I think it was season 1, I can't remember which one, I predicted Elfeld, but I didn't know what season she was going to get in. I thought it was going to be season 2. That failed, so there was season 3. Cool, right? But now we have Guilty Gear Strive season 4, and the whole idea of what they've been doing is that, okay, so the first season was 5 characters, the second season was 4 characters, and the third season was 4 characters. So I have to assume that season 4 will also be 4 characters. Now, as for predictions, I couldn't tell you. I legit couldn't tell you because every time I try to predict a character and see if they get in the season, they never get in. Literally the only character I want for this game is Aerials. That's the only character I'm willingly throwing out as a want, right? Anybody else gets in, I'm like, whatever, right? If Dizzy got in, cool. Jim got in, cool. I don't know, like some other random character I can't figure off the top of my head. If they came in, whatever, right? But the only character I specifically want is Aerials. Like, that's literally the one character I requested the most. And I don't see her ever getting in. I think that's the sad part about, like, you know, Guilty Gear Strive and how popular it is now. And, you know, they're taking requests for popular characters like, you know, Abba and Slayer. Of course, in Abba, Slayer, Elfeld, Johnny, these are characters that people wanted. These are popular, fan favorite characters that people wanted in this game, and they got them, right? Of course. But Aerials, no one gives a damn about Aerials. I really hate saying that, but no one cares about Aerials. I don't think Daisuke cares about Aerials. I don't think the team, ARCSYS Works, care about this character. I do. And that's what sucks about caring about a character that no one else cares about. There's no way she's going to get in. If she got in, if she was the first character of season 4, I would lose it. I will literally lose my mind. And I would be the happiest person ever because I don't have to worry about it no more. If Aerials got in, that would be the last character I ever want. Anyone else could get in, I don't care. But, you know, I'm not going to really trip about it too much. The only reason I want Aerials so much is because A, I like the character, and B, if she gets in, that means all the previous bosses, the Guilty Gear games will get in. So, like, we have, like, well, we don't have Justice, I guess, you know, she doesn't count, but we do have characters like Jacko, we have Xeno, we have Happy Chaos. Like, you know, this game is kind of bringing in all, like, the big, well, Jacko isn't a villain, but, like, you know, they're bringing in all the, like, the big heavy hitters of Guilty Gear. We got that man as a playable character. We have Xeno, we have Happy Chaos. You know, we're bringing in all the big hitters, right? And I feel like Aerials will complete the set, but, you know, if she doesn't get in, well, Testament, right? Testament was technically, not the final boss of Guilty Gear 1, but the boss before Justice, right? And they're in the game. And I just feel like it would have been great if just we got Aerial. I'm still going to play about that. But yeah, I like season 3. It's not anything that blows my mind, but I did get a new main out of it, which is Elfeld, so I guess I'm not, you know, tripping about it. And I think the sad thing about these little season end videos I'll be making is the fact that they're going to end up the same way. They always end the same way. I'm just going to keep wishing for one character that hasn't got in. But at least one of the characters I wished for are already in the game. So, you know, Elfeld's here. That's one character I wanted. 1 out of 2. So that's all. I can take that W. I can take the W, and I'm cool with it. But yeah, that's really all I want to talk about. Season 3 has been good. Still waiting on the horizon for the 3v3 mode, which I'm super excited for. We don't know when. They announced that like a while ago. Don't know when that's going to show up, but, you know, that's also going to be a thing. And there's a Guilty Gear anime going to come out, which I will make a video about eventually. So, yeah. That's all I really want to say, everyone. See you all next time. Peace out. And I'm glad that you sat around the end of this video if you even made it to the end. I appreciate it. So, see you all next time. Peace, everyone. Hope you all have a great day. I am out.